Love, Death, and Rollerskates. Written by Spadillelicious. Read by Dragon Fruit Flambe. Chapter 3. That's what friends are for. The sun hasn't yet come up as you sit at the breakfast table, fiddling with the mixtape deck in front of you. When you got home last night, you'd immediately turned your apartment upside down to find your package of blank cassette tapes to get started on the mixtape for Sun. Despite working on it for hours yesterday, it wasn't quite finished yet. You take another sip of your coffee as you listen to the tunes of Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves transfer from the music player to the tape deck. The kitchen is chilly, and you wrap the fuzzy blanket tighter around you. Looking out the window, you think about Sun. You're running out of tape on the cassette, and you realize you're going to have to prioritize what songs to put on the remaining length to get the message you want across. There's too much to say in too little tape. You shuffle through your collection of cassettes sprawled out on the table before you, trying to find the perfect combination. Your heart skips a beat as you spot the case for That's What Friends Are For, starring Dionne Warwick, Elton John, Gladys Knight, and Stevie Wonder. It's not quite a romantic love song, but more so a declaration of platonic love and loyalty to one's friends. The single carries a special meaning to you due to the charity it supports. The song's a bit on the longer side, but it's exactly what you're looking for. You had met Sun when you were new in town, not knowing anyone and having nothing but a Vespa and a Walkman to your name. You'd just been looking for a job, but found a best friend to boot. It meant everything to you. It meant Crescent City could actually become your new home. And it had. You loved your job, your apartment, and you loved Sun. But you weren't sure you were ready to tell him that. Could a robot even feel love? As the previous song neared its end, you paused the tape deck and switched the cassette in the music player to That's What Friends Are For. Pressing play, you grabbed a piece of lined paper and some colorful markers from the other room to begin creating the cover image for the mixtape. Using bright pinks, purples, blues, and yellows, you doodled a setting sun by an ocean. As a finishing touch, you wrote For Sunny at the top of the paper, followed by a heart. The symbol had just sort of slipped out. Blushing, you realized that not only could a mixtape in itself be seen as romantic, but the pink heart following Sun's name would possibly throw all doubts out the window of your intent with the gift. You quickly covered the piece of paper under the plastic packaging for the blank tape, averting your eyes from it in embarrassment. Were you going to dare? The clock on the wall told you to be quick in your decision, and you'd slipped the mixtape and cover art into a cassette case. You'd decide at work what you were going to do. With a clink, you put the breakfast dishes in the sink and get yourself ready to leave for the day. Putting on your Walkman's headset, you start your regular morning cassette and head out the door, quietly humming along to the music as you traverse down the stairs. Before even spotting Lorraine and the ball of fluff on her leash, you raise your hand in greeting. She returns your hello with a big, wrinkly smile. You clasp your helmet strap closed with a click and start your Vespa. The trusty vehicle obliges without complaint, smoothly rolling onto the road en route to Party Planet. You pat the handle sentimentally. Without the scooter, you never could have had this fresh start. As you park in the assigned space, you kill the engine but remain seated on the Vespa. You pause your Walkman and take out the mixtape from the pocket of your windbreaker, tapping the hard plastic rhythmically. You consider your options as you stare absent-mindedly at the declaration of love in your hands. A loud sound and the faint smell of rot coming from your right snaps you out of your thoughts. You quickly stuff the mixtape back into your pocket. Moon stands by the trash containers lining the wall by the back entrance to the restaurant. He stares at you with a deadpan expression. A breath hitches in your throat as the two of you exchange a wordless glance. The janitor then goes back inside without sparing you as much as a word. He must have thrown away some burgers that were going bad, judging by the foul scent coming from the garbage. You wait for a bit in the cold, not wanting to have another awkward run-in with the janitor before you figured out what to say. Soon, the temperature and odor becomes unbearable and you head inside. Taking off your helmet, you enter the warmth of the restaurant and head for your locker. Your mind, however, stays outside, staring into the red eyes of Moon. After visiting your locker to deposit your helmet, you peek into the arcade. You don't see him, but you hear noises from the janitor's closet. Quietly, you head towards it. Outside the half-closed door, you stop, hesitating. Last time you two were in here, you made him hate you. But if yesterday was any indication, he might not hate you completely. Maybe there was a chance of fixing things. Moon? You knock lightly on the doorframe and push the door open further. It creaks as it does. The robot appears from within the dark storage of cleaning supplies, blocking you from entering. He tilts his faceplate questioningly. You lose your nerve for a second under his sharp gaze. I just wanted to thank you again for getting my helmet for me yesterday. You gesture nervously as you speak. At least he doesn't seem annoyed, you mentally note. Try not to forget it again. Moon replies in a monotone voice, before shutting the door in your face, efficiently killing yet another of your attempts at conversation. You sigh in defeat. There's nothing to repair here. He hates you. Plain and simple. Within the closet, a water tap turns on, and you leave. Maybe you should just leave the poor guy alone. He obviously preferred it that way. You'd put him through enough already. You enter the roller rink area, and your brows furrow when Sun isn't behind the rentals desk. Not again. He was working fine yesterday. How could he be malfunctioning again? Then again, you didn't understand a thing about robots. Crestfallen, you head for the rentals desk, mentally preparing to spend a day awkwardly working with Moon as his replacement again. That's when the music starts from the DJ booth, giving you a proper scare. Sun beams at you as he zooms out of the booth to greet you. What you gonna do when you get out of jail? He sings along to Genius of Love by Tom Tom Club as it blasts from the speakers while gliding on his skates. Your expression quickly shifts to a wide smile directed at the silly floor guard. I'm gonna have some fun. You reply by making finger guns in his direction, playing along with the bit as Sun skates circles around you, eyes morphing into happy crescents. What do you consider fun? Sun continues, placing his hands on his hips and tilting his faceplate in a dramatic pose. You can't help but laugh at his antics, almost missing your next line. Fun, natural fun. You answer with a theatrical shrug before Sun pulls you into an excited embrace. The two of you laugh as the song continues playing in the background. It was a routine you had done before. You two had come up with it after Sun had jokingly put you in the jail dinner booth a while ago for being too bad at skating. Morning, friend! I missed you. Sun expresses, and you feel both your cheeks and the mixtape hidden in your pocket burn. This was not the time for giving him the gift, though. There were some pressing matters to address first. I missed you too, buddy. But I gotta say, I didn't appreciate how you threw me out yesterday, and without letting me get my stuff. You scold him with an accusing finger against his chest plate, trying your best to morph your goofy smile into a serious expression. Oh! The robot slaps the side of his faceplate. I'm so sorry! I didn't realize! Did you get home all right? Sun asks, shame evident in his voice as he grabs your shoulders and looks you over carefully. Yeah, I'm fine. Moon got my stuff for me. You gently push his hands off your shoulders with a smile to let him know you're all right. Sun's eye twitches slightly in response. Well, all good then, he says, but his voice is an octave darker than usual. His hands are clasped together, but way too tightly by the way the metal and silicone groans as he rubs them against each other. Without looking at you, he skates over to the rentals desk. Anyway, friend, let's get everything ready for the customers. Sun comments absent-mindedly. Then, like the flip of a switch, he's back to his usual self, looking back at you with a wide smile and spinning on his skates. You choose not to dwell on his strange behavior just now and join him behind the counter. Maybe robots have off days too. You close the zipper to the pocket holding the mixtape, deciding now is not a good time either. It can wait.